Report unusual behavior. Barricade your homes. Avoid all contact with infected individuals. Wait for official instructions. Wait my ass.
Kill all sons of bitches. That's my official instructions.
This used to be a nice neighborhood.
This is some grim shit we got ourselves into.
Who the hell? There's an evac station. Up 30 flights of goddamn stairs.
Come on, Coach. Maybe the helicopter. Maybe it's made of chocolate.
Hey, where is everybody? Hello?
Oh, this is not happening.
Anyone here?
This is not happening. This is not happening.
Aren't they supposed to be saving our asses?
Looks like there's been a change of plans.
Stop the bombing run!
It's got me!
Hang on!
Holy shit.
Hey, kill all sons of bitches, right?
To die now.
Yo, put a label on it. With the labels on, pick a color, pick a face, or a flower, or a place. Make a card, make it cool. Labels on your stuff for school. Yo, 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 put a label on it. With the labels on.
You know what they say, label it or lose it. With the Casio label zone, you can label all your stuff in all kinds of fun ways.
Yo, put a label on it. With the labels on.
Available adventure from Casio. Cool. After these messages.
Well, shit. I told myself that I didn't want to interrupt that Left 4 Dead intro because that's real fire. But at the same time, I also don't want to interrupt the yo, put a label on it rap. So, what you gonna do? Turns out, though, we got a whole other interruption to handle because, excuse me, Ender Gamma has subscribed, which means we've got a good old-fashioned subhype to play. There's been a lot of good music recently. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta update my shit here. It's weird because Octopath is still under Project Octopath, but whatever. A soup hoop, hype type, sip sup, blip blap, whatever. What you gonna do? So, I just realized you can't even hear this music. Who cares? It's really loud for me. The tough track is intense. Stephanie's back. Anyway, time for a sip hip. Shit. Sorry, you can hear that. I gotta click a few things here. Yeah, sorry. The one casualty of all this is that Goro has gone away. But based on the aforementioned fact that I had to remake all my OBS scenes, means that our dear sweet Goro is not quite been reconstructed. But this track needs no reconstruction. So please sit back and relax and enjoy this track. I might play the whole thing because this track is so fucking good. This album's so fucking good. Who cares? Please enjoy. Hold on. You can't see that. Alright, hold on. I'm so glad I checked that. My bad. You guys stared at silence for a little bit. That's inexcusable and horrible. Yeah. Okay, no problem. I can fix this. 1 second. Is it going to add it at the top or the bottom? Well, we'll find out. It's at the top. No problem. There we go. Okay. What? Okay. Sorry, guys. Huh? There we go. Okay. I promise it's working now. You will truly enter the game zone in just a moment.
Romeo, y'all keep this funky shit going, man, because, you know, at the end of the day, when we die, we all gonna stink. Funk forever, motherfucker.
I got a bone to pick something I started noticing about you. I get suspicious, you switched up all your lipstick for something new. You claim you're innocent, you say I'm losing it, and you're right. But I saw you getting out of the mouth of Miata last night. That ain't your ride. I'll never get by on just enough. I'm still reaching out. He gets the touch. You got me on the side with half a love. Oh, but now I can see that it's you and me and somebody else. Is it 2 or 3? I never could tell. Something's just not adding up between you and me and somebody else. Count me out. 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 And in the bedroom, you're trying all these new tricks. I don't know. Where'd you get that from? Phone blowing up, but none of your friends are 310. I'll never get by on just enough. I'm still reaching out. He gets the touch. You got me on the side with half a love. Oh, but now I can see that it's you and me and somebody else. Is it 2 or 3? I never could tell. Something's just not adding up between you and me and somebody else. Count me out. 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 Give me one reason why I should stay, 'cause girl, I feel played. I thought it was me and you, not the two of us and some dude. I know that you're free, but I never knew a couple was supposed to be 3. What am I waiting for? Another heartbreak I can't afford no more. I'll never get by on just enough. I'm still reaching out. He gets the touch. You got me on the side with half a love, a love, a love, now I can see that it's you and me and somebody else. Is it 2 or 3? I never could tell. Something's just not adding up between you and me and somebody else. Count me out. Count me out. Count me out. Count me out. Count me out.
Ooh. God damn. I just played the whole thing. Who cares? Hey, who cares? Shit, man. That's a good track. Usually I don't play the whole thing, but the track's too good. That was Chromeo. The track is Count Me Out off their new album. The new album is front to back really great. Really fucking good. Best album of 2018 so far? Whew. I don't think I can pick a better one. The Fratellis had a really good album. I don't know if it came out this year though. Let me check. But that shit's hot too. In a different way. Yeah, that was 2018. So, In Your Own Sweet Time by the Fratellis is also a really good album. I don't think it's... The sound is not matched up for the aesthetic of today, but it's still a great album. A little diversion from their previous stuff. Whatever, who cares? I never listened to Chromeo, which is embarrassing as a DJ to admit. Celestial, man, you want to make Chromeo as the next Mark Ronson. If you want to make a floor move. Oh shit! Are you watching I Love Lucy? Of course you are. Damn. Anyway, you want to get the people moving. Chromeo will make them shuffle. For sure. All right, I'm gonna drop some audio on you guys from the game. Let me know if this is too loud. Hey, welcome to Octopath Traveler. Don't listen to Anderson Paak. People have recommended it, but I haven't listened to it, no. Matzo just took the Fire album, classic sounding. So I love Matzo. Very loud. Okay, I thought it would be loud. They're supposed to be ducking, but for some reason, this audio source doesn't duck as well as my PC does. It doesn't duck at all! What are you doing? Why won't it duck? This is so weird. I feel like I have to peak the mic to get the ducking to take effect, but it doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be that well, sorry guys. Lower the threshold. Maybe that'll work better. I'm sure I'm audible if I like project really loud, but that shouldn't be necessary. It's weird. I don't understand. Here, let me just. I'll just flat drag it down. That should help. Yeah, this game is mastered really loud. The thing that gets weird is when I'm pulling a console into an Elgato, there's lag. But if I want to do audio ducking, there's no lag. So if I put lag on the audio ducking, then it gets... Well, who cares? Alright, Octopath Traveler. Got some Scandroid. Let's get some Scandroid into you. No, I've listened to some Scandroid. I should listen to more. Update game on Twitch? I did. It's just behind. But I appreciate you keeping me honest, Campkin. No, Matzo is a pretty legendary producer. Okay, so let me catch you guys up on what's going on in the world of Octopath Traveler. Cyrus. I thought that was his name, but I didn't want to say that because Cyrus is also the name of a character that was in a novel I was writing when I was in high school. And I thought I was blending the two a little bit. New metric song. Okay, I'll check that out. Cyrus is a scholar. He believes in the freedom of information, but the ministry he was working for did not. They saw knowledge as power and they wanted to hoard it. How terrible. He published a paper in which he freely offered up a lot of secret knowledge, and he was not admonished. That's the opposite of what I'll say. He was censured for that. And due to that, and also one of his female students desiring his attention, made up a scandal about him being involved in a tryst with the Empress of the nation. He was basically put on sabbatical, forcefully, except that he also discovered that a important book had gone missing from the library in his kingdom. So he basically saw the sabbatical as an opportunity for him to investigate this mystery, and that is what I am now doing. I am in Quarry Crest, having started in this place, Alliston, maybe, probably. It's white, so I think I was there. Anyway, So yeah, had to walk all this way and do a lot of fucking random encounters to get here. So here I am, trying to figure out where that book went. That's what I'm doing in a video game, by the way. I ain't running down hallways and shooting people in the head. I'm trying to figure out where a book is. But right away, actually, I'd like to switch chapters, but I don't know how. After bed, glad I can show you the incredible thing that is Dreams Out. Hope you have a lovely night and continued existence for many minutes. Well, thank you, Chris. No, I appreciate your input. I'm glad you were in chat tonight, because yes, I got to see something very special, and I appreciate that. Is this a good game so far? Master of Rage? Would you believe I can't actually answer that? It is. So one thing that I always think back to, and I brought it up in videos and stuff before, but when it comes to evaluating your creative work, to me, I always think of what Roger Ebert said. And he was even reflecting just like this classic culture of criticism. And this is way more than you asked for, but is a creative work what the creator was trying to make? Which is weird, right? Like, think about a table. If a craftsman makes a table, and you look at that and you're like, yeah, that's a table. The craftsman was like, well, I was trying to make a table. Mission accomplished, right? Good craftsman. They wanted to make a table, they made a table. A bad craftsman sets out, I'm going to make a table, and they make this lump that doesn't hold a cup. It's wobbly. It doesn't look good. But if the creator says, I want to make this, and then they make that, then you have to judge it as success, even if... And that's the way that you extricate your taste from it. This game, I think, is exactly what they wanted to make it, with one exception of perhaps the stories don't intersect like they pitched it. But, it's a PlayStation RPG. I don't know if that's what you want to play, and I don't know if you consider those good games, but that's what it is. So, yeah, it's something. And so this is something I said back when I was playing Hollow Knight, but in regards to, like, me saying that I don't think the game... I think it's slathered in Unreal. Like, I don't mind depth of field, but why is it kicking in that early? The entire game is narrow focus. It makes it look like a diorama, and, like... Tiled textures, I get it. Like, I've played Super Nintendo RPGs, I get it, but that just looks bad. It doesn't look right. And Medieval found a way to make old tiled textures look new and good. That doesn't look good. This right angle texture stuff that's going on right here, you can blend textures, man. Especially if you're doing depth of field stuff. If you're on the Unreal Engine, you don't... And like the hard textures of the stairs and stuff. This is a $60 game. If this were a $20 game, that would make more sense. I don't know. You only get to push the, like, but it's supposed to be old excuse so far. It's way too shallow, depth of field, and the point filtering I mentioned earlier gets the sprites jittering and the texture tiling bunk. Yes, I agree. Also, it's like... Okay, this is something that's driving me crazy. There's a spotlight in the center of the screen. There's a bright white light shining directly straight on. Like I'm pointing at the webcam right now. But the shadows are 45 degrees off. So it doesn't even fit. And yes, it would look like garbage if all the drop shadows were straight back. But why is there a blown out light shining in the middle of the screen all the time? It's like it's almost going for an aesthetic, but it doesn't quite realize it, which is like, am I looking at like paper cutouts walking around? And if that's the case, Paper Mario nailed that way before this game did. Way before. So why does this look like this? I don't know. This is me nitpicking. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm going to keep playing it. But there's some things about the graphics and presentation I'm not exactly down with. Having played a shitload of old RPGs and new games that try to look like old RPGs. I do like the menuing. The menu and the UI looks super clean. Down with that. And that's another big PlayStation RPG thing. We're not saying fuck this game. It's just the graphic stuff feels weird to me. I don't think it looks good. I don't. Battle scenes look pretty good. I'll say that. Like, because combat, I think it's supposed to look bad. I'm kind of used to combat looking stupid. I don't know. But the writing's okay so far. The voice acting is okay so far. I'm into it. I'm into it. But yeah, it does look like there's a light, there's like somebody just like click, like it's just shining right in the middle of the screen. Which I'd be down with. I do like the idea of it being like a diorama, which by the way, Captain Toad nails kind of more than this game. And then there's like just other weird stuff, like the mix of polygons and sprites. So like, the save point is a sprite. It's super flat. But everything else is polygonal. The benches are polygonal, the characters are flat. Shouldn't the rule be that only characters are sprites? If we're playing by like Super Nintendo rules? Why is the save point this like weird floating sprite? Why can't that be a 3D platform with a book on it? I guess like video gamey things are sprites? I don't know, it seems rather arbitrary how it's all thrown together. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, didn't video games cost $60 normally? No, they did, Otter. You're totally right. Again, I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking. These are just things that are sort of popping out in my head. I'm like, the visuals of this game to me don't seem to have an inspired vision behind them. They should do an experimental update, even to just get rid of the vignette and blur off as an option, and it might help a lot. I mean, maybe. I think if you could just, if there were a slider, I think that would help. Like, just have it kicking way less. One thing I will give it credit for, and this is something that I did check for. So, alright. So the depth of field is weird. You have a flat plane and a vertical standee, right? So, look at this dude. Notice how he like blurs out way faster than what he's standing behind? That's correct. It's actually right. That somebody standing up here, as you back away, or rather as the camera backs away, they should blur out before everything else. So if you 2D compress it, his head is further to camera than the ground that's right next to his head behind camera. But it doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. His head is super blurry. There's a crisp, like 2D texture behind him. What look are we trying to evoke here? That doesn't look like a PlayStation RPG. It doesn't look like anything. It looks like somebody slapped an Unreal 4 shader onto an engine. So why make it look like that? What's the point? Does it look good? Not really. So why do it? There's some things about this game that I'm kind of confused by, specifically in regards to the visuals. But I can't complain, man. I really can't. I guess it's just like, if you're gonna do a whole pixel, like, sprite animation RPG, why slap all that butter on it? Why do that? I guess it makes for a good trailer. It really does. People vibed on the trailer's visuals pretty quickly. Yeah, there's no gameplay, Dr. 11. And also, I'm in the middle of a story segment. I just got through a long attempt of, like, walking across the open world, did a ton of random encounters. Now you get to experience this character's situation ability, which is Scrutinize. Haha! He turns around, he flips his cape out, and I am investigating a mystery, which is, where do I find this book? So, this is a little like Miles Edgeworth. This character, anyway. There have been people who are just disappearing from this town. And I have to figure out why. Using my keen intellect as a scholar. Although I have to admit, I do want to switch to a new story. I would actually, for the purposes of this stream, really like to switch to the dancer, because she's supposed to be in this town. They said you do that at the end, but I can't do it at the end, so I guess I'll just keep playing.
Greeting to ye.
Oh.
Anyway, I already successfully scrutinized him. I don't remember why he has a differently colored speech bubble. Now the soundtrack is A+. Can't complain about that.
Ah, yes.
Again, I guess it's unfair for me to open so negatively, but when you look at a game, the first thing you see is how it looks, and I guess I just had a bulk of thoughts banked up around how this game looks that don't make sense to me. So that's all. I was just kind of like, who else am I going to tell about this? To be honest, like, what outlet do I have for shit like this? I play this game. These are the thoughts that make up in my head. I stream, and then it's just like a dump truck emptying its load onto the street. So there you go. Start with the bad shit, say the good shit last, since it's easier to remember what was last said. If I were giving a speech, yes. Except YouTube videos or Twitch streams don't work that way. People bail out whenever. Oh, that building's not the inn? Oh, I guess it's... Usually the inn's where you rest and save, but... Maybe there's a tavern. Who knows?
Hello to you.
Oh yeah, so this is kind of interesting. Oops. Oh yeah, so... I don't know what makes the chance go up. This is kind of neat. You can scrutinize people. That actually reveals the location of hidden items. This is like in Super Nintendo era RPGs. This is the equivalent of bashing A on everything to find a potion. If you scrutinize people appropriately, then you will divine the location of a hidden item. So then there will be a sparkle on the map that gives you a healing berry or whatever. I feel like that's actually a super clever, really interesting way to wrap in old mechanics to new mechanics.
Well met.
I'm down with that. Silverback, thank you for the Prime sub. I also really like your name. I had to change the voice to Japanese because I couldn't stand hearing talking in Old English. Ah, yes. Ah, milady! Welcome to yon castle. Whilst thou be partaking in reverie with mine today? Yeah, whatever. I'm down with it. I played enough PlayStation RPGs. I'm inoculated. Oh, okay. Just the person in the house. Oop. Y is not the top button. I'm worried this game will be too similar to I Am Setsuna. A fine game, but never really fulfilled in delivering old school RPG epic in terms of scale. It was very bite-sized sample that I found a little pricey. Dude, you're dead. Which is your username. I've been thinking a lot about I Am Setsuna when I'm playing this game. I think in terms of the hours, you'll probably get your money's worth. It's so hard. That's such a complicated thing to talk about. So, given that you're saying that, you probably had some experiences with 16/32-bit RPGs that were monumental to you when you were playing them. And you want a game to recreate that. I guess the thing is Undertale did. There are games that have. There are games in that scope that have. So it's part of me wants to say that was so much the time and the age that you played games like that, and that time might be gone, and maybe it's time to just put that to rest, except there are games now that actually do hit those moments and hit them super hard. In the way that like Super Metroid hit something. Guess what? Hollow Knight's hitting that too. So yeah, you might be right about that. Like, it might be good enough, but I don't think it's gonna hit like Final Fantasy VI, Vagrant Story, Valkyrie Profile level transcendence. Not every game has to. Not every game can. I do think if this game came out 30 years ago, people would still bring it up. Like they'd like drop it to prove their cred. I haven't been paying attention. Is it only at night? I might be wrong about this. So yeah.
Not exact.
Oh, I got one wrong. Oh, that's it? You just get it wrong and they just let you pick again? But yeah, Miles Edgeworth stuff. So you investigate these scenes, you gain these clues, and then there's this weird multiple choice quiz at the end to prove you were paying attention. But apparently if you get it wrong, there's no consequence. You just... Just let you keep going. Oh. I still always double take when people refer to Undertale as a game. I was still using Tumblr when it was popular, and Tumblr turned it into an entire different thing. They did. They totally did. And I consider myself lucky, actually. Believe it or not. And this is a pretty magical experience. I remember... Alright. All cards on the table. I got like really high one night. And I was like, I'm just gonna play a random thing on Steam, I don't care. And I just like went to new releases and Undertale was there and I was like, that looks cool. And by the way, on Steam's page, Undertale looks like every other garbage RPG Maker game that's on Steam. Every other one. And it just came out. There was no Tumblr, there was no nothing. And I was like, fuck it. Why not? I'll play a garbage RPG Maker game. I'm in the mood for it, which basically meant that I was about the IQ equivalent of me when I was like 8 years old. It's like, yeah, that sounds about right. I started playing it, and I was like, I cannot imagine a better way to stumble into a game like that. To have no like Tumblr baggage on me. Nothing. I just went into it super blind, no expectations, no nothing. And I was like, this game is really fucking good. Am I just fucked up right now? Or is this game really, really good? And I just kept playing it, and it was so amazing. For me. I'm also a guy who just loves... I love Earthbound. I love that style. So I was super onto it. If you're not picking games based on getting faded and browsing Steam, you're fucking blowing it. Yeah. So... yeah, I got to experience it by myself with no like stuff, and I love it. That's just me, and I also totally get why it might be more complicated for other people. All right, looks like we're into some fucking RPG combat shit. No, Otter. Yeah, I get it, man. If level 24. Oh boy. Oof. Alright, so... is anyone up on Octopath? Because... my understanding, I'm not leveled up for this. I have to switch stories now, right? Because... so, okay. This is my understanding based on how I've heard this game described. If you play other stories, then you can switch back and you can pull those characters into your party. Even if they're not there, like in the narrative, right? So you play other stories, you level those characters up, and then you can roll them into your party, and then push forward this narrative with like a full party of middling level characters. That's how you advance, right? I don't know. Oh, Dick Puke, yes. Best Tumblr is when that girl got outed for stealing bones and using them to make jewelry. That's some hardcore nuevo goth shit. I love it.
Hello there.
That's good stuff. I don't know, what was it, anyway, how do I switch stories? Because that's not the end, so where do I go? Do I have to go to another city? Oh, that's the end. Alright.
Hello.
Hello. But that's not why. Still not why. I do love his cape twirl every time. I also don't know what happens if your reputation goes down. Is here a tail, I think? Oh! Okay. So, like, if I played Dancer up to the right point, then I could switch to her at this point, or something? Yeah? Change party? Pro tag is cute as fuck? Hold on. Let me bring up his party. Yeah. That's part of the narrative too, is that he's actually a pretty cute boy and all the girls like him, and he doesn't understand that, and he doesn't account for that. I kind of like that. How do you switch to a different story? You can find the dancer on the west side of town? Okay. Oh, Well, what do you know? How do you improve your odds of scrutinizing? Maybe that's like a skill I don't know yet. Oof. That I Love Lucy theme song is so triggering for me right now. That pulls me really far back. I used to watch a lot of I Love Lucy as a kid, because it was basically the only show... the only old show that showed on any of the affiliates in my area that was any good. Oh, that's right. The differently colored speech bubbles mean it's like an NPC quest. I remember now. So if I find the dancer, can I then play her story? Is that how that works? I'd really like to. I feel like that's what's necessary right now. Also really have no idea. If I can't do that, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. Because, do I just leave the town and grind until I'm level 20 or whatever? How far into the game am I? Swarty, I'm on the second chapter of the first character I picked. So, as you can see by the playtime, I'm 2 hours in. But, my experience so far will... Oh, is this her?
Hello to you.
Might be entirely different from yours, because I picked the Scholar, Road to Morlock's Manse. But like, I don't know, I hate to keep nitpicking on the visuals, but why is the icon of the save point so clearly visible while everything else is blurred out? It just looks tacky. So yeah. Also, there was a... Wait, maybe there's like a... tutorial. Here we go. Maybe I can figure this out. Skills, support skills, continue story. 2 chapters may commence in the same town. Oh. Keto, what do I think of the game so far? I'm enjoying it. I feel like I don't fully understand it yet. If I return to the title, will that let me pick a different story? Let me save. But yeah, the music's super good. The writing's charming enough. Yeah, I mean, if I load it, it just goes right into this story again. My quest is in this... Okay, fuck it. You know what? I'll try it. Maybe it's not so bad. It says recommended level 24. Maybe it's okay. Who cares? Probably should have said new game. You think? You weren't in the dancer's town. Oh. Okay. They just talked about a dancer that left and went to the west of town. Right? Oh, whatever. I guess I just... When can you switch characters? Does anyone know that? Because that's what I'm curious about at this point. I finished chapter 1. I was like, you know what? I'll just roll into chapter 2. I like this guy. Oh, the dancer's town is Sunshade. Oh. Oops. Never mind. Now you guys are all talking about dragon dicks. That's alright. Ooh, kick flips. What's up? Thank you for the resub. Appreciate that. I'm playing some old school RPGs. which is to say they're new school RPGs. Oh yeah, there's the dragon dicks that they have pumps and you can have them blast out all kinds of fake jizz. That's the other thing I'm curious about. When you sprint in dungeons, why does the minimap turn red? Like that. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about this game. Whatever. I just saved, so I'm immortal. Who cares? I get in a fight and I get one shot. Who cares? Great. I guess I need the thief.
Time to teach you a lesson. What is the logical course of action? But I still have so much to learn.
Woo! We are leaving that place. They weren't kidding when they said level 24. I mean, yeah, this is the most PlayStation 1 feeling I've had in a long time. What do you want me to do, video game? I feel like, do I leave town and grind? Is that what I do? I'd like to play another story. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm supposed to go into that dungeon with another character. What level am I now? 14. But how do... I mean, to be fair, I guess having another character wouldn't exactly prevent me from getting two-shot, but... Level 17? Okay, well, hey, that's closer to my actual level, so... I guess I can level up over here, if nothing else. Deploy some of my classic RPG knowledge. No problem, no problem. I have lower level missions to do. I wouldn't call them missions. There's a lower level area I can go to, which... Combat look cool? Combat's okay. It reminds me... It reminds me a lot of Bravely Default. You get pips, basically, for doing certain actions in battle, per turn. And then you can spend all those on, like, one big attack. So it's this idea of... Oh boy, that's a lot of enemies. It's this idea of, sort of... Shit. Please don't kill me. They have 4 attacks. That's a lot of damage!
I still have so much to learn.
You have to get past his story before you can start recruiting everyone else. Okay. So I have to get a random encounter that doesn't have 4 fucking enemies in it. Should you do all the chapter 1s first? How do I switch? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever, man. No big deal. I ain't sweating it. Easy breezy. There. 3 enemies. That's not better at all, actually.
What is the logical course of action?
Great. They're gonna kill me. This is unwinnable. God damn it.
I still have so much to learn.
Look at the map, see which character you'd like to get, travel to that city. They'll have a green marker over their head. That's how you begin chapter 1 of another character, and they will join your team. Koopy Doopy Doo, thank you so much. That is not a mechanic that was really explained, but I will do that right now. Thank you. Dig You're Dead, the foreground blur is really jarring. It kind of is, yes. Again, that's one of those things that, like, it pops in a trailer, it kind of looks shitty in game. Alright, so, looks like Thief Boy is right over here in Boulder Fall. Right on. Well, let's go to Boulder Fall. I guess it's weird. That kind of defies traditional RPG knowledge, right? Console RPG knowledge. Console RPGs are 100% linear. There's never a time when you get to leave and do something else that you thought would be a good idea. Unless it's fighting one of the 3 optional bosses. I remember watching a Switch review from you guys a while ago. You mentioned you actually like Splatoon 2. Do you still play it? I play Octo. I've been playing Octo expansion. I haven't been playing online so much. If I had a crew to do Salmon Run, I'd probably still keep playing, but... But no, I still think that's a great game. And yeah, I've been chipping my way through Octo expansion, which is a real son of a bitch, but I like it. Splatoon 2 is a great game. I don't think it gets enough credit for how original, inventive, unique it is. Girlfriend is not a gamer but loves Splatoon 2. She ought to. Everyone should love Splatoon 2. There's a cave there. Does this take me into the city? Let's find out. It's a treasure chest. Takes me to motherfucking treasure. Oh yeah. Splatoon. I agree. Numbers should be crammed inside of words all the time.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
But like, do you see how the...
What is the logical course of action?
I don't know, man. It just looks like a PlayStation emulator. Like, I hate to keep nitpicking. The visuals really don't work in this game. So the way that the sprite is scaling and stretching, there's like these... You can see these lines crossing it. It's like scaling up and down sometimes. It almost looks like scan lines a little bit. It's not a good look. Yeah, the ripples, basically. It looks like a really high-resolution scaler dropped on a PlayStation 1 game. It's like parallax a little bit. Point filtering means 3D in a bad way. Yeah, I just... Again, there's a lot about the visuals of this game that I don't get. It looks like, and I've been here a million times, it looks like somebody dropping a bunch of filters on something in Photoshop until they're like, that looks okay. And you're like, well, you really didn't know what you were going for. You just dropped on effects until it looked like something. And that something isn't good. And it's not like you started with an idea. You just started throwing on effects until it looked like a thing. And then you're like, oh, that's good enough. Again, like, sells well in a trailer. This shit is ambrosia to someone who is starving for an old school RPG. Player's usually weak to lightning, right? Well, who cares? This would have looked fucking awesome 25 years ago. Yeah. I'm being overly critical? I am. It's just, someone did all this on purpose. I just wondered what that purpose was. It's weird to me that somebody saw the effects of dropping all these shaders on these sprites and were like, yeah, that looks good. Because it kind of doesn't. I'm nitpicking, but still, like, somebody made this. I keep saying that. Somebody made it. You can just turn that off. Maybe. No, you can. You absolutely can. That's a filter. Pixels can scale. Like, when you're walking into the foreground. No, I just yeah, there's like weird lens effects thrown on square pixels, so it makes them hexagons. But then it... So there's depth of field thrown on this... Alright, again. Hate to keep nitpicking, but I'm going to keep nitpicking. There's depth of field slathered on this vine that's in front of the screen, but there's no blurring done on the edge of it. So it's this blurry-ass thing that has a really crisp line. Yeah, bokeh. That is what it is. But it's not mimicking a camera, because they didn't do it all the way. A camera would also have like a feathered effect, because that vine is not in focus. Except it's a like one pixel wide polygon with a texture slapped on it that has no blending effect on the edges. So it's, well, there actually is a little bit of blending. There's anti-aliasing, but it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. If you're mimicking what a lens picks up, if the idea is there is a camera pointed at this diorama of pixels, which is an awesome artistic approach, this is not it. And it should look better than this for a $60 game. Might as well fix everything. I mean, they probably will, yeah. Honestly, I've been perplexed by the look of this game ever since the original announcement, but I've never known how to describe it. So it's super satisfying, maybe spiteful, to hear somebody break down the weirdness going on. No, I remember seeing it too, and I remember thinking, like, even in the trailers, it was like, yeah, this looks really good in a trailer. It kind of looks like blown out and weird. It looks like somebody ran find edges on. Again, it's like somebody with Photoshop for the first time, and they just tick through every filter they can find, and they're like, "There, I made this picture better." I'm like, well, you rendered clouds and then did find edges, and then like dragged every slider as far as you could to every edge of everything. And I'm glad that you're exploring, but it's not art. The sprite work is good, but it's in a 3D engine that has a shitload of Unreal thrown everywhere to no effect. Like, why? Why? Yeah, Dick Puke. It reminds me of like a bad Photoshop, and I hate to say that because the actual texture work and the sprite work is really good. It's super good. It's just got this framework around it that's not. It doesn't fit. Anyway, I gotta walk all the way around to get to this village, apparently. Yeah, that makes sense. Whatever. I do think that battle looks pretty good. And again, the pixel art and the texture work and the sprite work is solid. Really solid. The environments are really good, too. It looks like Dragon Quest. Except you can't rotate the camera. Eh? How do I... Oh, it's that bridge, okay. Yeah, a Golden Sun style camera. Filters only when necessary for story. I think I agree with that. Like, this is really pretty. But only because it doesn't have, like, the camera effect garbage in it. This works. Except, there's, like, this weird light bloom shit. There's this rim lighting going on in the rocks in the upper left. I'll allow it. That's okay, because it's in the background. Depths and heights are cool. I agree with that, too. Yeah, it could have just been top-down stuff. Again, and I think I have tiptoed around it. What frustrates me is, it does seem like there is an approach, which is a physical camera looking down 3/4 perspective, not necessarily 3/4, but down perspective at a diorama of pixel art and like 2D cutout characters. Perfect. Okay, you're basically doing Paper Mario. But the effects they chose to put in are like, in each circumstance, they're halfway towards actually creating that effect. And there's certain omissions that make your eyes just be like, what am I looking at? Why is this here? So yeah, I don't know. I'm nitpicking. I'm absolutely nitpicking, but I feel like when you ask $60 for a game, you invite nitpicking.
Thus ends your lesson.
You don't get to fucking charge the same amount of money as Horizon Zero Dawn and not have somebody be like, why is depth of field so bonkers out of whack in this game? Yes, Jax, I think you nailed it. They wanted a pseudo tilt shift effect. They want everything to look really tiny. Again, it's that diorama effect. You want it to look like you're looking down on this world of like little Lego people. I get it. That makes sense to me. That's a great approach. But it just doesn't hit. At least it doesn't hit right. It doesn't land like maybe it was intended to.
Hello to you.
Here, I'm gonna scrutinize you. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. So one character can give benefits to another? That's neat. do all of your characters share the same inventory? So if I buy items with Cyrus, do I get that if I switch characters? I guess I'll find out soon enough. Potentially.
What is it, youngin?
Twirl. Everyone thinks they're in the middle. This music seems to sound great at the very least. I agree. Does the gameplay make the graphic annoyances worth the experience, or are you not far enough to tell yet? I am far enough in to have an educated guess. And that's coming from playing a shitload of games for a long time. I think if you've made it through a couple of Super Nintendo or PlayStation or RPGs, you'd really like this game. That's what it seems like to me. Oh, there's a green. Ooh, Therion. Okay, alright. I mean, even stuff like this, like the title card crawls introducing a new character is very Final Fantasy VI. These things will tickle you. It's charming in its own way. And yeah, the bloom is rough. The super high contrast, high gamma, I don't get. Again, it looks like there's a spotlight shining down on everything, which would work if the rest of the visuals paid off. Like, this is typically what happens right before you name the character, right? And you have 6 letters, and then you name it after a girl you're crushing on at the moment. Thing is, like, I don't know. For games like this, there is Undertale. There is Lost Odyssey, which is now backwards compatible on Xbox One. Everybody, please go play Lost Odyssey right now. Okay, complete Chapter 1. They will join you. After Chapter 1, you can change your party. Ah! Okay, okay. I will take Therion along. Restricted tasks. Beginning of the tale. Okay, so this is rolling me back to Chapter 1 Therion. Okay.
The usual.
As you like it.
Man. That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. I'm down with meet this character, roll all the way back to their origin, play their shit up until that point, and then you're in the party together. That's the sort of thing that people would still be writing fanfiction about if this came out on the PlayStation 1. Second Densetsu 3 did that. Kind of. But this is like an even grander execution of that idea. I'm down with that. Super down with that.
What's he done this time?
Lifted everything off a merchant, leaving the goldsmith. Guess he didn't get his fill at that fancy manor the other day. Still can't believe he made it past all those guards. I'm sure the more the better for him.
And of course, you got a silver-haired thief with a scarf.
They were more like decorations than actual guards.
Gonna go play Yakuza 0. I think I'm going to restart Yakuza 0 when it comes out on PC. Got back from your night shift from the UK. Joined the stream before sleep. Wow. Officer Jim Jams. Your username seems super appropriate.
Ain't no point swooning over someone else's work.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Therion's voice to be so, like...
And then we'll be the talk of the town.
I don't know. I just remember when I did that animation of episode 1 of Twists and Crits forever ago, I made the style for it based off seeing this game in the original trailer. Really? Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, you said it.
Did not expect voice-acted lions with this aesthetic. Can install without the VO to smaller file size. T-Rex, the VO is... it's not effusive. Introductory dialogue is fully voiced. After that, you have the kind of persona thing where it's just a bark at the beginning of a lion. Aha! I see. Oh? What's that now? Like, most... that kind of thing. and then it just peters out until it's just text. So it's not fully voiced.
Partners in crime, huh?
It's a little nasally for a cool boy. Partners in crime, huh? I guess I'll have to steal their wallets. Well, we got a flashback and a flashback, huh? Boy, we are level 3 anime. But yeah, all that to say, the voice acting is, and you can also turn it to Japanese if that throws a sheet over it. Don't worry about the VO. It's not, it doesn't get in the way too much.
Oi.
And?
See, that kind of thing. It's not voicing the line. The real question is, will you get 60 hours out of it to justify the purchase? Yes, if we're $1 1 houring it. You can. You can. I don't think that every individual on this planet will be of the temperament that will want to play this game for 60 hours. Some people very much will. I don't know. I think it's pretty safe to say if you played Star Ocean 2, this is the game for you. And you'll probably really like it. If you're the kind of guy who is, I don't know if you're still in chat, but trying to beat Final Fantasy 2, this game might be for you. I don't know, though. There hasn't been a game like this in a while. So it's hard to say if you like blank, then play this. Because it does reach back to a while ago. Which one is Star Ocean Till the End of Time? That's 4? Gonna stream this game a lot tonight. Or just tonight since it's your first time playing. It depends. I don't know. I never know, man. Too early to put a pin in it.
Oh, really? Huh.
No.
See you, Watercup.
Hey.
Thanks for watching. Game I'm most looking forward to this year? Tetris Effect.
Here.
Lifted it off the guard. Sorry, lifted it off the guard. Snatched her from the guard once he was all riled up. Sorry, Therian's voice actor. Just playing Ni no Kuni 2, any thoughts? A bit. I want to say I got about 3 or 4 hours into it. I really liked it. I haven't played it since. And I feel really bad about that. Ni no Kuni 2 is a solid game. A really good action RPG. Sometimes just no one cares. I don't know. So, okay. Damn it. It's too late because I ate through it, but... We had a scene there where there were 2 characters interacting. And the camera was way out here. So you could see all the tiled textures. You could see these jail cells where nothing was happening. Is the idea that the camera has to be out of the diorama at all times? Why can't it punch in? Why can't it show us the interactions?
Fill it up.
Maybe they tried that and it just looked bad. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know.
Beg pardon. Would you happen to be after them Ravis's treasure?
Beg your pardon? He's not slathering it up enough.
If you are, I suggest you thinking.
Come on, put a little more salt on it, barkeep. If ye are, I suggest ye think again.
Heard another would-be fortune hunter was tossed in a dungeon yesterday.
So what's the count now?
Googled the studio and they realized they're under 90 people, so it might ultimately be a budget thing for a lot of this. I don't know, Jitka. 90 people on a game like this is a lot.
But House Ravis ain't known to be kind to those who covet their wealth. Still, poor thieves can't help but flock to that manor like moths to a flame.
Maybe I don't have a concept of how many assets were created for this game, which is fair.
It's all those rumors of their riches.
Put out 3 other games since 2016.
Some say it's enough to
Was
blast
it
the
Assembly?
whole town. Then
What else did they do?
Just one town? What about the neighbors?
Can't say for sure. No one's ever seen the treasure.
Anyway, I'm not passing judgment on the game yet.
Even that master thief they keep talking about would have more than his hands full.
A perfect tale for the tavern.
I think this game is more accurate than even it understands itself to be. A lot of games in this time were wildly experimental, and a lot of those experiments didn't work. And a lot of people love it for that. Chrono Cross has some serious problems, but it's a very memorable game. Sometimes in spite of those problems, the dialecticizer, the meaningless story, the SSS Triple Rainbow S like soundtrack. Soundtracks sell a lot of these games, and this game has a really great soundtrack. Has some pretty charming characters. That's kind of what you need for a game like this. So all the other things about it almost make it more spiritually correct than not.
You're a smart and skilled young man. Probably have a long career ahead of you.
I can feel the tug of my soul wanting to finish this. I want to play this for 300 hours, even though I already am like, why is this game so broken? But I'm still like, no, I love it though.
Thanks for the advice.
I love it, even though it's busted in some weird ways.
Next time, I'll have a tale of my own to tell.
Ha! Oh, Ravis's Manor. That was in the other city. Squall? Is that the Squall? No. Wait, can I not steal? Oops. Maybe not yet.
A good day.
Oh, what you need that Sentai? No, I googled for it, but I couldn't find a good source for it. Can turn the depth of field off? I can't. I may not have looked that hard. Because you recommended a couple of series to me. But, no, it wasn't Live Man. Die Ranger? That was the one, right? I can start it tonight. I'm in the mood to pick up a new Sentai.
Hello to you.
Oh, no, wrong way. Yeah, this is the kind of soundtrack that I would listen to while like... Oh, look at that. Stinking dagger. Hello, Bartoli. Oh yeah, the Nightmare Fuel stuff. Yeah, the Dream Eater that you showed me. Oh, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. Keep the light beer flowing. Ravis Manor, you say? I'll have to pilfer it completely. Oops. Well, whatever. Not revealing much there. I have to use the restroom though, so... Squall, it's good to see you again, but I have to take a bit of a break. Hitting some biological limits, so I'll be back in just a moment.
What's hot? What's not? What's hot? What's not? What's hot? Instant Quaker oatmeal. What's not? All these cold cereals. What's hot? You are steaming strong, powered up. What's hot? Living hot, playing hot. With this complete breakfast. What's hot? 14 power-packed flavors. What's hot? What's not? Hot. Not. Instant oatmeal.
What's hot?
You shouldn't make noise on the bus. Yeah, if you didn't have rules, someone would get hurt. It's very cool to follow the rules.
Welcome to my place.
You've never been anywhere like it before. Hang with the cool gang where things go bump in the night. Today, you're on...
Back to the show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
There I was with Bunny, mixing up some quick, when magically we were in the laboratory of the mad Dr. Foolish, who was turning the world's chocolate to Brussels sprouts. We have to stop him.
I'll distract him with some quick.
And I'll unplug his machine.
Chocolatey quick? Ah, chocolatey quick.
Ah, my machine!
You sure pulled the plug on this one.
Katie, lights out already?
Almost.
Nestle quick. It's magic in the making.
Check out the cheese in this new ranch dressing. New super cheese ranch dressing. What's it taste like, dude? And there's taco ranch dressing. Remind you of anything?
Arriba!
Fun flavors that will blow your mind from Hidden Valley. And now there's Earth Power glow tags. 5 cool dog tags that really glow in the dark. There's one wrapped right on each specially marked bottle of Hidden Valley dressings for kids. Feel the power.
Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Imagine a huge world filled with tons of inventory and magic spells. Now add Dracula's body, cut into little pieces, and you've got Castlevania 2. Be sure to make a map. You'll need money, that's the little hearts, to buy stuff. You can go to the woods and kill monsters, or wait until night. Then you can kill the ghouls in the village. In every village there's a signpost. Stop and read it. Go to the top of these stairs and you'll have plenty of ghouls to kill for hearts. Going into the church restores your energy. After you buy the Thorn Whip, White Crystal, and Holy Water, leave by the right side to the Jova Woods. Take the top path into the Veros Woods. Go to Berkeley Mansion. To move up, put the arrow next to the crystal, and you'll create an elevator. As you walk, throw holy water on the floor to find pitfalls. To get through a wall, see if holy water crumbles it. When you find the rib, use the stake and press the B button to get it. Go back to the turning point in Veros Woods and go down. Go to the town of Veros. Buy the dagger and use the holy water to get to the chain whip. Here's another signpost. Leave by the right side. Go to Dabby's path and break through the wall and get the sacred flame. Leave the village to your right and take the upper path through Ajiba Woods. When you get to Ajiba, buy garlic and laurels. You'll have to go through the floor to buy garlic. Here's an important hint. Go to the top of the village and get your crystal upgraded by the man in the gray suit. Leave Ajiba to the right. Go to the cemetery and leave your garlic. A man will appear and give you a knife.
There's the 4-input switcher. 4-input switcher. Look what it can do. It's the world's most advanced production switcher. Any switcher lets you perform cuts, dissolves, and wipes between video sources, but the toaster lets you do organic wipes that you won't see anywhere else. And there's digital video effects. Digital video effects. Before the toaster came along, digital video meant you had to have deep pockets for big budgets. Not anymore. Now, with just the click of a mouse, you can generate hundreds of real-time video effects. Like what? Like what you see on television. Hey, neat. Not bad. I can do this in my own studio. This is great. The video toaster can take you beyond the realm of effects. Way beyond. Into the realm of video illusion. Hey, just what you need. For the soul of rock and roll. How do I do that? With chrome effects. Chrome effects? Chrome effects. See? With the toaster's unique chrome effects color processor, you can set a moody mood. Or set your video on fire. Hey, hot stuff. Then there's toaster paint. Toaster paint. Toaster paint. Look what it lets you do. And you don't have to be an artist to do it. Spectacular network quality graphics. Just grab any frame from your camcorder or VCR and get into toaster paint. You can manipulate the images like that? Yeah, and then display them in one of the toaster's dual frame buffers. You can perform image miracles. Anything else I should know? There's the luminance keyer. Luminance keyer? Luminance keyer. What does that do? The luminance keyer lets you insert one video source over another. Like a person on camera over a toaster paint graphic. Or even over live video. Is she in Kansas or what? Where else?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Broadway Body Workout, starring Carol Lawrence. Now, for the first time on cassette, you can exercise using choreographed routines to your favorite Broadway show tunes.
One paddle turn, a break.
Broadway smash hits like West Side Story, Mame, Music Man, Hello Dolly, and many more. Join Carol on stage with the Tito Plenty Orchestra. Carol's fabulous program allows you to work out at your own level from beginner to advanced. Broadway Body Workout is a complete cardiovascular exercise tape you won't outgrow. It's perfect for all ages, all levels.
All right, it's safe to cut in now, right? We've all had our spiritual vessels fulfilled.
Hello. The truth is,
although I don't know, guys, I gotta be honest. Having taken an extended break, and also it being pretty late, I think I am gonna hang it up. So, yeah, I'm back now, but sorry, Pong Linus. God, I love your name so much. I feel like I'm letting you down. I apologize, but yeah, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna have to go like cook something and relax for the rest of the night. So, thank you guys for watching. May or may not stream tomorrow. We'll see how stuff shakes out. I got most of my weekend. Got most of my weekend errands done today, so I guess it's kind of depending on how. I mean, Stephanie's been sick, but if she's good tomorrow, we'll go spend time together. If she's not, I will stay in here, and she will be quarantined still. Die Ranger, Kaku Ranger, or Ginga Man are the ones you should look into. Free and Shot Factory. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Die Ranger was the one I thought you had recommended like top. That was the Nightmare Factory one, right? I'm down with that, man. I love all the late 80s, early 90s horrific things that kids were exposed to, but Discord call with Pong Linus and he's screaming? Well, hey! All it takes is saying the person's name, apparently. But, Oh shit. Denk Meme? Denk Meme itself is in chat. Wow, what a red letter day. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go watch people in spandex dance around, and I appreciate you watching me dance around. Yeah, if this is the first stream you've seen, if you feel like it, smash that follow button, but if not, that's cool too. Always hanging out, always chilling out, always just talking games, because that's what this is all about. I love video games, and I hope some of that love gets transferred through the line to you guys. I'm enjoying this game so far. I'm gonna keep playing it. So, 3 hours in, I want to keep playing it. To me, that's a vouch in its favor, even for all the nitpicking. I still feel a little bad. I feel like I was overtly negative. To me, it's more of a academic confusion than a critique or a negative critique, and I hope it comes across that way. Whatever, doesn't matter. None of this matters. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. I mean, they come across as a little cliche.
Businesses, it's incredible.
Yes.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Hudson.
Okay.
Sit at the end of this.
Basically,
Right.
the more
Right.
information
We're
you
ready. And all along this trough, it continues all the way from this wall. You mean over the edge of the top of this wall?
we don't have that much room there.
Okay, wait. You mean as if we were going to take this crack all the way up and over?
Yeah. Or does it
I wasn't
start
even-
from here and then go down? It seems more natural that it spreads out somewhat in this direction. I mean, maybe it does go all the way
Maybe it should.
through, even
yeah.
like to the water.
That would be cool. I wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking it would just kind of
Because
stop where the knife begins.
the-
Elevation here. Okay. This is what is called here the cool area. This forest is going to be kind of dark and have a coolish. Although this is the most prominent area where that's visible because it's such a long stretch before you get to this tree. Serious weirdness.
In particular, this continues to down, and you're gonna.
Oh,
it's just going to be.
Even that's been gamma increased.
can't find a cab anywhere. Teresa, where are you? There you are. Frank.
You're looking for someone, Whitney?
You cannot win!
It's not working, Delvin! Do something! He's not moving, Delvin! Is it over yet?
Charity! Charity! God, don't let her die. Please save her. Charity.
Love like that must be saved.
Isn't there anything that we can do?
That fire's completely out of control. I've never seen a fire that intense before.
I have. The one you were in 20 years ago.
The one you saved me from.
Yes. Seeing this fire brought it all back. It was the same. It was the same intensity.
Oh my God!
Please. Help them.
It's raining!
There wasn't a cloud in the sky!
It's a miracle! Thank you, God! Thank you!
Put us into time.
No! Don't go!
Jill, run for that house!
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert!
A dining room.
Congressman, I think we're running out of gas.
Oh, no. It's not as if the Democrat Congress didn't have a warning. The last 3 presidents warned them.
Congressman, we are running out of gas.
But the Democrats, who have controlled Congress for 25 years, ignored them. They just went blindly down the road.
Hey, we're out of gas!
The Democrats are out of gas. Vote Republican for a change.
They say identical twins do identical things, but Kay and I are different. Sure, we both play pro basketball, And since we can't always eat right, we both look for the same kind of nutrition, Dannon yogurt. Dannon's all natural, and not many foods give you more nutrition with fewer calories. But that's it. That's where we part company. Yeah, because when it comes to Dannon, I like blueberry, while Faye here goes for blueberry.
Dannon low-fat yogurt. A good thing going for you every day.
Sleek, sure-footed, aerodynamic. That's Mustang. A thoroughbred with a taste for the sporting life. Ride the wind in a world of rich, inviting interiors with the kind of high gas mileage you might not expect from such a high-spirited car. Mustang, America's most popular sports car. From the world of better ideas at Ford.
You can feel us coming now, a fresh look on the scene, with a whole new style of living, light and crisp and clean.
That's why now we say the age of 7-Up is here, because we love that crisp, refreshing taste, so light and crystal clear. Moving up, looking up.
Good, huh?
Wow, we got the generator! Now that's just my dad.
America is turning 7-Up.
You can feel us coming now, a fresh look on the scene, with a whole new style of living, light and crisp and clean.
That's why now we say the age of 7-Up is here, because we love that crisp, refreshing taste, so light and crystal clear. Moving up, looking up.
Hey, Dave Parker's turning 7-Up.
America is turning 7-Up. Reaching up, feeling up.
Mike Schmidt's turning 7-Up.
America is turning 7-Up.
Former President Gerald Ford once said of John Anderson, quote, "He's the smartest guy in Congress, but he insists on voting his conscience instead of party," unquote. Democratic Senate Majority Leader Robert Byrd said just a few days ago, quote, "John Anderson is probably the most able of the three major presidential candidates," unquote. Party leaders have to support their party candidates. You don't. But isn't their message clear? John Anderson is the best candidate. So don't waste your vote. You can elect John Anderson president.
These are someone's dreams. Dreams that happened. Flight was a vision, and it had to wait until the 20th century to happen. Space was a bold vision, shared by many.
From Universal Studios Hollywood, it's Cybermania 94.
celebrating the very best in computer and cartridge gaming and interactive entertainment. Now, please welcome your very live and very interactive hosts, Leslie Nielsen and Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And now, to boot up Cybermania 94, a very special guest. Please welcome the First Lady of the United States.